Picking up with number 11 of the 19 things that I teach in real estate school, we're talking about associating with like-minded people. Now, we've touched on this already throughout several of the other topics, but I feel like this would be a good standalone one to isolate here because they certainly do not cover this in real estate school. Or do they? So I personally believe, and hopefully you believe as well, that who you're in business with absolutely matters. Now, that could be a lot of different things, because maybe you're on a team, maybe you're running a team. Maybe it boils down to this: when you're selecting a real estate brokerage or team that you want to affiliate with, whatever the case may be, you have to analyze the people that you're going to be associating with and surrounding yourself around. Because who you're in business with matters. They will either sink you or help you swim. Now, like I've said before, we are the average of the top 5 people we associate with the most. So choose wisely. Now, the goal in business is not to do business with those who need what you have. The goal is to do business with those who believe what you believe. So in other words, there's a lot of people who could benefit from your services as a real estate professional. Everybody in my heart of hearts needs what we have, but that doesn't automatically mean that we're meant to work with them or that they're meant to work with us. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be able to walk away from thousands of dollars on a commission check just because you can identify, I'm not the right person for this client, or they're not the kind of client I choose to work with. Because it takes a strong backbone. It takes a strong person who's comfortable in their own skin to identify that. It's not easy. So that has to be learned over time. What it really comes down to is this: there are 2 types of people, those who build you up and those who tear you down. And some of you really need to ask yourself, who am I surrounding myself with? Is there some toxic relationships going on there? Are there any people who are jealous of you and envious of you and try and tear you down? People who truly understand the meaning of abundance versus scarcity understand that for them to win, it doesn't mean others have to lose, and vice versa. There's more than enough business out there for everybody. So look at who you're surrounding yourself with. They're one of those 2 types of people. And you need to start asking that question probably more often, because we allow people into our space, into our proximity, and probably have no business being there. And then what happens is, because of a snarky comment or whatever, they take up way too much headspace, way too much rent inside of that head of yours, and when they have no business being there in the first place. All right, so as we said before, one of the quickest ways to get from where you are to where you want to be is to find somebody who's done what you want to do and go shadow that person. Be a sponge, surround yourself with the people that are like-minded and positive who are doing the things that you want to do. That is one of the absolute quickest ways, aside from increasing activities and having a habitual day-to-day process. That is something that's often overlooked. So associate yourself with like-minded people. Whatever that means for you, go find those people who can run the sprint with you. I'm telling you, you gotta feed the energy off others, and you need to become who you want to associate yourself with. And finally, just to reiterate, who you're in business with matters. So do not jeopardize your morals, your ethics, and know your boundaries and standards. Do not jeopardize it just because of a shiny object. Just because money, prestige, or rank, whatever the outside world is using as a temptation, stay true and authentic to yourself and find other people who are the same way as you. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you on the next video, number 12, Mastering Your Listing Presentation.